So things are really starting to heat up for Shokugeki no Soma, for Yukihira Soma. So, in this chapter, we got a real taste for Shinomiya's kitchen, how it works during crunch time. At least this particular kitchen. And this is working on Brigade. If you don't know what that means, I mean, I'm sure you have a fair idea of what that means just by the chapter, but Brigade basically means that, you know, somebody's on the meat, like meat and fish, or somebody's just on meat, somebody's on appetizer, somebody's on dessert, somebody's on the fish dish, and everything has to come out together. Uh, and they do one table at a time, basically, doing like all one orders at a time, instead of say like you got one person on burgers or something that does like burgers for like somebody gets like a burger and fries, where like two people make like all like burgers for like 5 tables at once, and fries for like 5 tables. They basically have to work all together in order to get out one table at a time because of the complexities and just the amount of food on the dish and just the way the brigade is set up. It's very, very efficient, but it leaves a lot of room for error, as we see in this chapter. If you watch Hell's Kitchen, I mean, Hell's Kitchen works with the brigade style. I mean, that should refresh you if you have seen that and you don't remember. Uh, so yeah, if you want to see that in like a real lifetime, that's Hell's Kitchen like to a T. So there's a specific way with French cuisine, and I don't remember the exact order, but um, Soma's having trouble because he's never done this before, this brigade style, where uh, if he doesn't have something ready on time, it backs up the whole kitchen, and so he had problems with I I can't remember what the fuck it was called. It was like Miru or something like that. But it was something because once the appetizers come back, the next course is to come out in, I'm guessing, in this French cuisine. And so Soma screws up and it kind of backs him up. And the assistant is able to, he talks to him saying like, I don't even see you as a teammate right now. You're not you're not good enough to get in the core brigade yet. And Soma apologizes, and he apparently gives him an expression. Oh, well, we kind of see it afterwards, like in a sort of flashback panel, but he says, that's the expression of somebody who wants to achieve higher than head chef Shinomiya. And Soma has the right attitude. He says, I don't have time to feel dejected. I have to get into this core brigade. So he um, he's doing well, I would say, because that's a very, very tough thing to just get thrown into, especially since he's so used to something like one style. And I'm not sure if there's much else to note here because it was mostly just the action of just this preparation. Oh yeah, and like the unnecessary sounds thing was interesting. Like where Shinomiya says, don't many, don't make any unnecessary sounds because you're trying to like listen for like little sounds that are indicative of something that you need to start something. Like for instance, the example was the grill or the stove being turned on, like, or moving the thing, the pan, so that you know when to start your thing because not everything takes the same time. So this is something he's never seen before, but he's doing well, all things considered. He's got the right attitude there, and Yeah, I mean, there was some pretty massive tension in the kitchen beforehand. So, I mean, I think that pretty much covers it. Um, there was a bit of banter at the beginning about accepting, recipes and stuff like that, but um, like a menu design contest. And so Soma's going to have to get in there in order to make a visible change or visible, uh, conceivable, visible uh, achievement. It's the same thing as last time, but yeah. So that's the chapter. I thought it was a good chapter, I guess. Yeah, I mean it was good. It had decent progression, I guess, because this is still we're progressing with how this kitchen works and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see. In terms of development, I mean, Soma's starting to kind of get it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. How much he actually fails before he succeeds. But yeah, other than that, I guess that's it, and we'll wait for next week.